Tuesdays on Sactown Sports.
Drapes, are you ready to catch up with a Sacramento TV legend?
Legend.
I've been waiting all day for this, boys.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of my favorite guys to watch back in the day when I was working in Louisville, Kentucky.
Young pup.
Yep. I used to look at TVG all the time. You know, they featured horse racing and see Ken Rudolph and say,
Ken Rudolph.
I want to be that guy. That's who I want to. No lie. Like, I literally looked up to Ken Rudolph, you know, and what he did with TVG. So this is an exciting time for me.
How about that, Ken?
That's fantastic. That's a great way to end up out of a job if you want to be like me. That's a great way to end up on your way out the door. Because all I do is challenge managers and bosses on a daily basis, and they do not like that. Gentlemen, how are you?
Ken, what's up, man? What's up? Where you at right now, Ken? Where you at?
I'm at home in Los Angeles, working out here,
Okay.
freelancing, doing some things, and just keeping it moving, enjoying myself, having a great time. It's great to talk to both of you. Jay, I see you back there, bro. Always good to holler at you, man. That's my dude.
Respect, legend.
Whitey, great to finally meet you. And Kyle,
Yes.
positivity on social media. We haven't had a chance to really connect, but you told me about your connection with Louisville, and we exchanged some messages. You were very, very kind, and I appreciate you. And I have questions for you, bro, about Boston. We'll get to that a little bit later on.
Oh, yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, I'll give it to you the real. I'll give you the real on that.
Ken?
But in the meantime, yeah, I'm just here hanging out, doing my thing, and getting ready for a huge weekend. Trying to make some money again with this derby, man. It's crazy. Stuff's happening every single second of the day.
Ken may be, he's probably not, but I was thinking he may be the only Kings, Los Angeles Angels fan.
I saw that. I'm like,
Yeah, I'm sure there are others, but it's an interesting combination. Before we get to the derby, Ken, I'm just curious how you feeling about everything swirling around the Kings, you know, up and down season, crazy season, and Doug Christie's the coach, Scott Perry's the GM. How are you as a Kings fan feeling about all of that, if I may ask?
Man, I love Doug Christie. I think everybody knows that. Doug and I have been friends for a long time. We work together there at the radio station. Doug is an exceptional person, and I love everything about Doug Christie. I think everyone there loves everything about Doug Christie. With that being said, that's the
I was waiting for that. Yeah. I was waiting for that.
That's the only thing I can say that I feel good about. I mean, I'm sure the general manager is going to be able to put some pieces into place, but man, I don't know what they're doing and what they're going to do. And I just hope that Doug can get them to play a little bit like he did. You know, I think Doug might be the only player we've ever had in the Sacramento Kings era that is known for defense. I can't think of a second player that we've ever had that was known for their defense. Like we had back in the day, when Mitch Richmond was carrying the team, we had Michael Smith, who all he did was rebound and play defense. But I can't think of any other player that when they went out every single night, you knew that dude was going to be on the floor. You knew it. And Doug's the only guy I've ever seen do that. And I don't know if it's something in the water or something in the arena, but they got to find somebody to play hard, man, because this ain't going to work at all. So y'all are in baseball purgatory and basketball hell at the same time.
Wow.
Wow. I wanted to ask you about baseball, Ken. Yeah, I know you're a Sacramento native. What do you think about these A's, man?
So here's the thing. I was just thinking about that. At first, I sided with the players, right? The players like, I don't want to walk into this rinky-dink baseball stadium. I worked hard to get to the majors. I'm in the majors now, right? I don't want to go to Sacramento and play in that rinky-dink minor league stadium. So I got that, right? Aaron Judge's going to hit balls all the way to the freeway. I get that. But as a dad who has a 14-year-old son who's an awesome baseball player who loves baseball, I would be super ecstatic because Major League Baseball is right there at my fingertips. Yeah. I can take my 14-year-old son to go see the A's right there anytime I want. And so that would be exciting for me. Yeah. But anything other than that, like I don't understand. I don't know what the future is. And it's just confusing. I feel bad for you guys. I kind of do. I'm like, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we're still figuring out how even we're supposed to feel about the whole thing, Ken. Speaking of feelings, can I ask, is all of LA just in mourning over LeBron and Luka and the Lakers today?
You know, I have the rare gift of being able to ignore things that I don't give two bleeps about. I do not care about the Lakers. I don't give a damn about Luka. Luka's not a winner, so I don't care about him. You know, it's one thing about basketball players. You guys know this too. You can see in 5 seconds if that basketball player is a winner or not. You can tell in 5 seconds. And Luka's not a winner. He doesn't want to do the stuff that's required to win a basketball game. Ant is a winner. LeBron's a winner, but he needs help. So it doesn't, media tries to make it like it's a big deal. I didn't hear anybody talking about it here, right? They've already moved on to Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Like no one really says anything about it. So
Okay.
I don't care, and I don't think they do either.
man. All right, Ken. Let's talk horse racing, man.
Yeah.
Because Ken, I worked in
You gonna ask about them Angels yet?
No,
Draper?
we're not, man.
Oh, okay, all right.
I need to figure out. I'll tell you, Ken. I'm going to Vegas tomorrow, so I got to throw some money down on the ponies.
Yeah.
Tell me about this field for the Kentucky Derby. What is it? 151 this
Yes,
year?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. What about this field? What can you tell me about it?
And what do you think of my pick, Luxor Cafe, Ken? Is that a good
Ooh.
pick?
And you throwing it out there already?
I know.
Yeah,
You got to build up to that,
That's
Whitey.
an
All right.
awesome pick. That's an awesome pick, Whitey. That's my second choice.
Nice.
But
right.
what's happening is the field is changing. We just lost a huge runner about 2 hours ago. So, Kyle, you know this, and Whitey, I'm sure you know this as well. The most recognizable face in all of horse racing is one man. It's Bob Baffert.
Yeah.
All he does is win. And the haters can hate on him, and he does not care. And I love Bob. He's been exceptional to me. He's a close family friend. He was like the first guy to support me when I got hired back in '99 with TVG. Just an incredible guy. Was there for my son being born. Just awesome. Right? He's great. He had 4 horses. Now he's down to 1. He had a horse this afternoon named Rodriguez, who's super fast. And that horse had to scratch. So now he's got 1 horse left named Citizen Bull. This happens to be the 2-year-old champion that won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile last year. But he hasn't progressed since that victory. So he's kind of a one-dimensional horse. All he has is early speed. He's stuck on the inside, which is horrible for the Derby. So the field is changing now. Plus, at least 2 inches of rain.
Oh,
Forecast
Really? Wow.
only
Yeah.
on Saturday. So we've got like maybe a sprinkle tonight, maybe a little bit on Friday, and then the sky's just going to open up on Saturday morning and rain all day through the Derby and into Sunday. So that's 2 inches of rain on the track by the time we get to post time. And Whitey, your pick loves the off track. Actually,
Really?
Luxor Cafe loves everything. That thing runs on broken glass. That horse is a beast. He's a badass, if I can say that. He's just incredible. So I think you're onto something. I think he'll be in the exotics. I've used him in my my double. Excuse me, my off here.
Yeah.
I used him in my double. And so I'm
Okay.
just going to play. There's a filly in the Oaks on Friday. She's undefeated. Her name is Good Cheer. So I'm going to put her in the Oaks Derby double.
Okay.
And I'm going to single her. And then in the Derby, I just like 2 horses and 2 horses only. Luxor Cafe. But my top pick is a horse by the name of Final Gambit. And he's a freak. He's a freak of a runner. And he likes to close from back of the pack. And he's got an amazing turn of foot. He'll be motoring. When they turn for home, they'll be like, da, 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 and then you'll hear the track announcer goes, and here comes Final Gambit. He'll just come out of nowhere. He will come out of nowhere, and all of a sudden you'll be like, who's this horse that's running like he's on fire? What is going on? That's Final Gambit. So
Ken,
go ahead, Jay.
No, go ahead.
Ken, real quick, if I'm reading up on it, Final Gambit's never ran on dirt, right? Am I 100% on that?
Look at you being a producer.
Oh, yeah, well, you know,
Jay doing some research.
Hey, we pay attention to the ponies here on the drive, guys.
Yeah, so that's the thing that makes him a freak. So it hasn't been done since 2011. There was a horse named Animal Kingdom who had never run on dirt before. And when he got on that dirt track, he blew them away because he already had this great turn of foot and he had fitness from running on the turf and running on the synthetic. When he got to the dirt, it was nothing for him. So I feel like Final Gambit is Animal Kingdom Part 2. And he's going to be in a great spot. With the track being sloppy, he has the highest wet track number of any runner in the field. He has the highest number for the distance at 1.25 miles. So horse racing is all about 2 things: numbers and your vibe. You got to vibe with the horse. Something has to be about it that says something to you. You're like, you know what? I want this. So I love Final Gambit. Whitey, I love Luxor Cafe. These Japanese horses are getting better every single year.
Yeah.
You knew the money they spent over there to try to win our races. It's crazy. It is crazy what they're doing. So maybe they'll get lucky and get it this year.
Yeah.
American Pharaoh's child, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, come on, brother.
Gonna win eventually.
Okay.
Triple Crown winner. Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Ken Rudolph with us. Ken, I know a lot of people are high on journalism, but can journalism win when journalism is essentially dead in our country?
You ain't lying about that. But you know what? He is a really talented horse. I have a problem with competition is what gets these horses ready. It's all about the prep races.
Yeah.
If you haven't had really any challenges in your prep races, I don't know how you're going to deal with 19 other horses on a muddy track that you've never run on before in your life, and you're chipping out of town for the first time. So one of the first things they taught me 25 years ago was never take a favorite doing something for the first time. So this horse is shipping out for the first time. He's seeing a field of 19 horses for the first time, and he's going to be running on the off track for the first time, and he's going to be the favorite in a race that's impossible to win. There's absolutely no way that I would ever tell anyone to bet that horse.
Wow.
Dang.
Interesting.
He's a good horse, but you just don't take short prices in the Derby unless that horse is a super horse. And if he is, then we'll find out on Saturday. But I'm not messing with it.
Hey, Ken, up against it here, just a couple of minutes. All right, give me a long shot, and where can I get a racing form out here in Sacramento?
You know what? I never bought a racing form in my life.
What?
Well,
I'm old school, Ken. I like to flip through the pages. Look at the buyer numbers, all that.
It was always free. So
all right.
They provided it for us. So
that's a flex right there. That's a flex right there.
Come on, I'm traveling the world covering racing. You can't give me a $4 form every day. Come on, they give me some form every day. But I don't know where you can get one, but I get everything online.
Okay,
and it's a lot easier to look at the past performances online. But I get that whole thing where you need to go through and get that black ink all over your fingers.
Yeah.
You're looking at the form. And then you're touching your face and your clothes. You got stuff all over you. But Final Gambit is 30-1 on the morning line. Now, he's already being bet in the advanced wagering. So he's probably going to go off. He'll be 17-20-1.
Okay.
That's good enough price. You're not going to find a live long shot because they're all so even. The only horse that's going to be a major long shot is a horse named Chunk of Gold, and he has no shot. No shot.
That's Drape's horse right there.
I was about to throw down a couple dollars on
That's
him.
a pony right there. A mini horse.
Chunk of Gold.
Drapes has his horse.
All right. Hey, look, Rich Strike won this race at 80-1 a couple years ago, and everyone said he had no shot. So anything can happen. When I picked Giacomo in 2005 at 50-1, everyone's like, you got no shot. And we won that race.
Yeah.
When I picked Country House a few years ago, everyone's like, you got no shot. And we won that race, 65-1. So, yeah, I guess the horse might have a chance, but I'm not messing with him. I'm not messing with him. Okay, before we go, can I ask you a question, Kyle?
Yeah, what you got?
How long are you in Boston? Like 11 years?
11 years, yes.
Can you answer me this one question?
Mm-hmm.
There are people who are born and raised in Boston. Have you ever in your life met a black person from Boston that said park the car in the yard for a quarter?
Never. Not a black person. Never.
What?
Never. That's a great question. Never. That's a Hollywood thing. I mean, there's some, you go to certain neighborhoods in Boston, but not anybody that looks like me. No.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So are they posers, Ken? Is that they're just
trying to figure out? I'm like, that's a regional thing, and everyone that is of European descent speaks with that accent.
Right.
I'm like, well, black people are born and raised there. How come they don't?
They don't have
That's
that.
interesting.
That is true.
Huh.
Never thought about that.
We'll all look into it. Next time we have you on, maybe one of us will have discovered the answer. How about that?
Well, you guys got your super producer back there. Jay will get the answer. I'm sure he will.
Yeah. Did you have one more, Jay? You want to squeeze in?
Oh, I was just gonna ask about my boy Grande. 20-1. What you
Grande,
thinking there, my
liking
brother?
that,
Yes,
okay.
Grande.
Hey,
Lightly ran horse. Ken lightly ran horse, but he got the speed, the wheels.
Todd Pletcher
Give me a little
horse,
something
too.
here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. This is amazing. He's my third choice.
Ooh.
Because he has a lot of talent, and as you mentioned, he's lightly raced, but he's got speed, and he gets the services of an incredible jockey. Johnny Velasquez is unbelievable. Johnny V, we call him. You know that guy. Johnny V is the man. So, I'm a little concerned because he hasn't really had to deal with traffic before. So we'll see if he can deal with that traffic. But yeah, man, he's going to float up too. He's going to float up.
Here a trifecta coming my way.
Yeah.
The box.
There you go.
Ken, thank you. I know this is kind of your busy season. We appreciate your time very much and enjoy the race. We hope to talk to you again soon.
Hey guys, I really appreciate you having me on. You keep doing what you're doing, keep it pushing, and I appreciate you. Have a great weekend. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right,
Ken.
thank you.
All right, man.
The legend.